everybody needs a budget. There's many different ways to make budgets. You can make them through different apps like Mint or Good Budget. You can use a pen and paper and just write it out. Microsoft Excel has different templates that you can use to make budgets. And the budgets can help you to either no longer live on paycheck to paycheck. You can see how much you're spending, where your money's going. You can also use it just as a log as to where your money's going and how much you're spending each month. When you first start to make a budget, you have to break it down into 3 things. You're going to have your income, your spending categories, and your spending subcategories. You're going to break it up into 7 different categories for your spending, and then in turn break those up individually into different subcategories. The first thing is going to be your income. You're going to start off with how much you're making, however you're getting your income, whether you get it through a paycheck, through your parents, financial aid, however you're making your money, you're going to list it out. After you've listed out all your income, you're going to move towards your different categories for spending. The spending categories are going to be broken down into 7 different ones, which are your credit cards, loans, and savings accounts. Then you can have entertainment, food, housing, medical, personal care, and transportation. Each of these 7 categories will be broken down to subcategories, and basically anything you need to put in your budget can fit into one of these 7. For your subcategories, we're going to start off with your credit cards, loans, and spending. You're going to write down everything that fits into this category. You're going to write your credit cards. If you have more than one, you'll list them out each individually. However many savings accounts you have each individually. If you have any kind of loans other than auto or house notes, those are all going to fit in here. Then move to your entertainment. You'll list out all the things you do for entertainment, whether you go to concerts, you buy or rent DVDs, your miscellaneous, which is going to group anything that you don't do every month or every 2 months. Basically, like you do it once or twice a year, you go out bowling or something like that. You just put it in your miscellaneous, and you'll put so much towards it each month or each week, and then that'll be there for when you want to go do your whatever you're going to do for entertainment. Have a list for movies that you want to, if you want to go see a movie in a theater, buy music, go to sporting events, anything you do for entertainment, you'll list out under this category. For your food, it's the easiest. You break it down into either eating out or buying groceries to keep at home. And that's pretty self-explanatory. You set so much aside for eating out and so much aside for groceries. For your housing, you'll combine your cable and satellite, your cleaning supplies, how much you spend for electricity, gas, internet, your mortgage or rent, your phone, whether you have a cell phone or a home phone or both. If you have both, you'll list those both out separately. Your sewer and water, your trash, anything that you do for your house and spend money on for your house is going to go into this category. Medical, you're going to set aside money for the dentist, for a doctor, set aside a fund for emergencies. If something happens, you have to go to the emergency room, you have money saved up for that, and it's in your budget, and you don't have to freak out, how am I going to pay this off, how do I work this in my budget? It's already set aside. For personal care is where you're going to do your clothing. If you want to buy clothes, set money each side for however long, and then when you reach a certain amount, you go out and buy it, or however you want to do it. You have your clothing, your laundry, if you go to a laundromat, anything you use like detergent, anything like that will be all lumped in under personal care. For personal hygiene, like your soap, shampoo, toothpaste, all that stuff is going to go in to these categories. And you can break them down as far as you want or as little as you want, but it all will fit in the same one category. Your transportation, you're going to have your car payment, if you have one, fuel, insurance, license registration, any car maintenance, any repairs. And then another thing that is really good to have in your budget is for a vehicle replacement. So you set money aside each time, and if your car finally breaks down and it's not worth repairing, you have money set aside to either go buy a new car or buy a used car, depending on how much you have, and if you want car payments, as to how much you spend, but you'll have money set aside already for it. Once you've done each of these categories and listed them out into subcategories, you're gonna start putting money set aside for each one. You start off with your income. Like at the top, I have your income, you make $32.50 each month. You have $600 coming from financial aid, $600 from parents, and you're making $2,050 each paycheck for a month. Once you do that, you're gonna take your total income and break them down into the different subcategories. The best thing to start out with would be stuff that's fixed, like your cable bill, your phone bill, your rent, all that stuff that doesn't change each month. It's set. Those you plug in first, and then you go from there doing, okay, well, I would put $50 for the dentist each month, and $10 for concerts, however you want to do it. You just spread it out and evenly distribute the $32.50. Once you're done putting your numbers in, it's going to look like this, where you'll have so much set aside for each subcategory, and the totals for each category is going to equal your total income. So like at the bottom it says your total income is the exact same as how much you spent. And once you've done that, that's your budget, and you'll tweak it each time to go with however much you need. Okay, this one didn't work for fuel, you need to add so much, so you add a little bit here, take away there, and kind of go back and forth until you make it work how you're going to make it work, how it works for you, and that's how you make your budget.